Hello everybody, welcome back. I'm MrRedClaw. Welcome back to some more World of Tanks, more specifically the best of series, where I play the 3 best or favourite tanks that I have from each nation of the game. Now last time out we played some Chinese tanks and it didn't go fairly well. I definitely had some better kind of games in other nations before. We had a good run streak of about 2 or 3 videos where stuff went fairly well, but last time out with China, definitely not so well. This time on, we move on to Japan, where there's a little bit of a problem with the best 3 tanks, because I only have 2. Well, I do kind of have 3, but one of them is a rental for the Tiger, the Japanese Tiger. I really can't remember what the name is, but yes. So what I'm going to do is basically just play the Type 5 or the Kari, whatever kind of plays out better with their, or maybe worse. I don't know. We'll see which tank will play twice, or maybe we'll have 2 very good games, or we'll have to play a 3rd game. But I kind of doubt it. But let's see what we're going to do. So we are in the Type 5 Heavy. I started playing the Japanese kind of tanks, heavy tanks, when they first got introduced all those years ago. Now, I kind of slowed down at the tier 7 only because the gun and armor just wasn't kind of on the kind of same trajectory as the tier 5 and tier 6 at the time. It was just your armor went up a little bit, but not in the kind of steps that you kind of had before. Now I'm going to go over here towards the cap circle, so I just don't get spammed by artillery the whole game, because that is definitely not my favourite thing to do in these slow moving huge heavy tanks. But yes, over the kind of years I slowly, got through the Oni, got through the Oho, the Type 4 heavy. That was probably what I was stuck on the most, because I was just slow and the armor just didn't really work out too well. I'm pretty sure I blueprinted my way through kind of about half of the kind of experience you need for that tank. Now, the Type 5 Heavy, is it any good? I mean, if you want armor, the mouse will definitely probably still be better. If you want a better gun, you'd probably want to go for the E100 maybe. That probably is the better kind of high damaging gun, better than this. We're actually in a fairly tricky spot. But yes, as you can see with the armor, it definitely isn't that bad. It's definitely tier for tier against this and the Type 4. I think it's actually an improvement, and I find myself actually enjoying playing this tank more than I did, the tanks before. And I'm not really sure what it is. It's just the armor works well, the gun is fairly nice, and I just have fun in it, and normally do fairly well in it as well. But we seemed to have found ourselves a team where they don't really know where the cap circle is, and yeah, not really gonna do too much in this game. I think I just have to kind of keep going out here not to get hit by that bat chat, which is actually over there now, so we can kind of head back. Still need to avoid that object though. As yeah, look at that, all of these shells that have been hit either from the back or from the front, we have bounced. The only shell that has gone in was from the Hori 3, which is basically into the side of our tank, which I'm not really surprised. And heat rounds are going to go in as well. But other than that, we are staying alive. We have a lot of hit points, which I'm pretty sure I'm boosting as well. So we have over 3,000. Those shells from the Hori, we just have to take and hopefully survive. That FV being there couldn't really do anything. We had to go forwards not to get hit by the Hori 3 or the object again, and kind of go forwards and hopefully do something with the cap circle. Probably should have stayed close to the left, maybe hugged the mountain more, maybe gone to the right and actually maybe pushed the tank's capping more. Not really sure. kind of that we are going to win this, but there's still a chance that we could. So let's leave the Type 5 Heavy for now. Maybe we'll probably get another game in that because that didn't really go too well. And let's move on to the Type 5 Car-y. Now, I'm pretty sure I bought this when it came out a couple months ago. And it's a fairly okay tank destroyer, you know, nothing especially special about this. You know, big damaging gun, fairly good mobility for a tank destroyer, and some fairly good armor. I'm pretty sure it's 220, I'm not really sure if that's on the superstructure, probably is, a bit less on the upper plate maybe, and the lower plate is just not really good at all. I kind of feel that the armor was better at first, when people maybe didn't know where to shoot it exactly, than it is now, because I kind of felt more indestructible at the start when I first started playing this than I kind of do now. Even like against tier 8s, I felt that I was more kind of indestructible before than I am now, but maybe I'm just playing it a bit too aggressively, and maybe it's not the kind of heavy tank replacement that I kind of think it should be, or maybe think it would be, and maybe it's more just like a, you know, kind of like a medium tank, you know, bounce some shots, you know, get around fairly quickly. The 40 an hour is fairly okay, especially with a fairly good kind of power to weight ratio. So let's just sit back here. Actually, this is probably not the best of spots. I honestly haven't really played this map too many times since it's been added to the game, so not really sure what we are doing here, but I guess when that Iron Arnie fires, we can have a go at him if he does fire. Maybe he doesn't. Now, with the crew skills on this tank, I do not have too much kind of special stuff, because I haven't really played it too much since had to fire that kind of angling. I haven't really played it too much since the tank has been released, so I'm pretty sure I've only just unlocked or kind of finished doing my second skill, so I'm on my third skill, kind of, you know, going through it. So yes, this isn't really the best of places to be. I'm gonna switch to the premium AP rounds, and I'm actually gonna ask someone for help over here, because we are in a tricky spot over here with that Skoda T56. Definitely don't want to get too shot by him, or shot by artillery. Luckily that didn't do too much damage. Okay, Skoda has pulled back, so let's pull back in. Getting spotted by that Yak Tiger in the back still. I'm not really sure if I can do anything about him though. We are in a really tricky spot. I really should have just probably stayed back. Not really the most accurate tank either, is it? That definitely leaves much to kind of regret. Can we? If this Skoda wouldn't be in the way, I would have been able to take out that Iron Arnie. If we waited, we could have put in a shot into that Yak Tiger, but I guess, you know, didn't really work out over there. We actually have to watch out, because I might be a one-shot for the Skoda if we aren't careful, and my gunner has been taken out now because the artillery is focusing me, because why wouldn't they? Skoda is pulling back, I think, because they are getting pressured from up top from our Skoda, so the artillery has nothing better to do. Apparently blind firing at someone that might not be there is better than aiming at someone else, I guess, and I'm pretty sure we are going to be dead over here. Yeah, especially since that Skoda is firing the AP rounds, the special rounds, which every Skoda driver has to do. I actually kind of skipped off, but yeah, not really the best of games in the Car-y, and but mostly on me. I should have probably stayed back, or at least gone up top over here, maybe gotten out some shots into the centre, and maybe the tanks kind of camping back here, or maybe should have gone to the other side of the map, or maybe even pushed centre, maybe gotten some shots down, or yeah, pushed the other side of the map with these mediums, of which I say should say medium, because there's only the Type 59 over here. Should have maybe gone over here, you know, as I said, maybe the armor isn't as good as I thought it was, or maybe you just have to kind of watch out for that lower plate a lot more than I kind of think about. But yeah, maybe the lower plate is one to avoid on this tank, because it is bad, and if someone sees it, someone is going to be able to penetrate it and do it basically every single time. The upper plate is good, so maybe if, you know, get behind cover, cover the lower plate and be able to kind of bounce off the superstructure and the upper plate, that might work a lot better. So yes, two very, very bad games, let's say. But let's head back over to the Type 5 Heavy, and hopefully this time around we can have a little bit of a better game and kind of showcase what this tank is about. I'm not really sure if my Watt Plus is active or not, because, well, I think it just normally says active anyway, activate even. But yes, full tier 10 matchup now, so we are doing worse than before, because we were against some tier 9s before, which, you know, lower penetration always helps out as well. We are on Erlenberg, which is a more friendly map to this tank. I guess mine was quite good as well. It's kind of unfortunate with the team that we had and all of that stuff. Now, the penetration actually fairly okay for the standard rounds, with the premium rounds being just a little bit better, but I have intuition on this tank, so I don't really need to preload the premium rounds, because I can just load them when I want them. I'm not really sure what the 60 TP is doing, just stopping right in the middle for that Strittvang 103B. But yes, let's just move up. I'm pretty sure I have a turbo, the equipment that improves your hit points, and the one that helps, I'm pretty sure, against artillery, if I'm not mistaken. You'd have to kind of watch in the garage what I have, but I'm pretty sure, I definitely know I have the turbo, because it's basically a must on this tank. You definitely want to be going just a little bit faster in this big boy tank. Not really the best player over there, but we are in the spot that I want to be now. Maybe putting a shot into this Manticore, which would be nice, especially when he has been 2-tapped. Make that 3-tapped by us, taking the first kill of the game and taking out a very important tank, their only light tank. Now that leaves our Manticore to hopefully do some good stuff. Maybe spot some people out there. Can we get some shots in over there? We actually win that Kari game, which is a surprise, but as I said, it definitely wasn't my team's fault that I died. It was just me positioning fairly just bad positioning by me in that game. That's why I died so early on. I'm gonna preload the premium rounds on this IS, hopefully to come around and get the side of his turret. There you go, that is very, very good. There's some tanks from back there maybe trying to shoot me, so let's just get back here. You know, no stress right now. We are doing fairly good. We are up on the hit points. We are up by one kill that that one kill that I picked up, which is enough to kind of chill for right now. Can we put another shot into this IS? Not for now. Just looking out for shots that we can take at targets. Is that person going to cross the bridge? Maybe. Can we put in a shot into him? No, let's not expose ourselves to that 277. I think I'm actually hidden behind this bush scum. I don't think I was spotted by this IS-7, unless I'm spotted by someone else from up top still, but I kind of doubt that. If the IS wouldn't have been there, I would have gone and tried shooting someone across the bridge, but they're kind of all over there. Unlucky for that not to hit, but I guess it wasn't really aimed too well. And the APCR round from the IS-7 hits my kind of side armor basically, so not really too much armor to get through. especially for the APCR rounds of the IS-7. You know, not too much penetration, but enough to not really care about the kind of side armor of this behemoth. But I've seen that with, if you angle the front well, you can pretty much bounce anything, even against these tier 10s, as we can see from there. I'm pretty sure that went off the kind of front plate, maybe, I'm not really too sure, but yeah, it just bounced. And we didn't really have to worry about taking damage over there. Now, I would love to advance over here, but I don't want to block this E100 or 60 TP. Now this, oh, that was a very, very good and quick shot off. I thought that object was actually going to go past, and I just fired, and luckily it hit. So, yes, good stuff over there. Bouncing the heat round of the E100 as well. Now, I was about to say that artillery is somewhere back there, sadly for us, just ran away for us not to be able to take a hit on them over there. Can we penetrate the front of the E100? No, we can't. I think we kind of hit the gun maybe a little bit more than where I was trying to aim, as the second E100 shell penetrates us. Now, that's the thing with the tier 10s. Most people are going to be spam firing the heat rounds, so if you can't really do much to your armor, you might as well increase your hit points like I do with the Type 5, because you know, I can't bolt on more armor to the front of this, but I can get myself a couple more hit points. So you know, in case you know, sometimes with those extra hit points, you know, you get hit, and then you're on, you know, 100 hit points that before you would have died, and you know, without those hit points you would have been dead and out of the game. And like that, those a couple hundred hit points can sometimes be the lifesaver. And sadly for me, that TVP died before I could get here, so this is my last shot at a shot, and that really didn't go through because I wanted to wait for the 277 to stop turning. But at least we won, so that's 2 for 3 wins. Both Type 5 games, I'm pretty sure, was 1,500 damage done. Not too much, but at least we have picked up some new skills for this tank, so I guess we can pick up, I guess we need a couple more games for the rest of the crew. But what can we get for our gunner over here? What would be useful in the Type 5 Heavy? Don't really need Deadeye, definitely not concealment. Designated target, not really. I think I'm going to go for firefighting because I do run food consumable on this tank, so might as well not get set on fire when we get hit. But yes, not really the best 3 games, but at least we did win 2 of the 3, so at least we can kind of have that going for us. Next week is going to best of Czechoslovakia. Now we do actually have enough tanks to actually pick 3 of the best, which I'm pretty sure is going to be the 3 premium tanks that I have, being the Skoda T27, the TVP 100, which is a beast, and the DPM is just amazing on this tank, especially when you get to start firing some high explosive rounds against some Scorpion Gs or something, and the Skoda T57, which we were facing against and saw that it was a fairly good tank. Well, fairly good, it's a very good tank. Though only the Skoda T27 being just fairly kind of meh, the DPM not really being too good, not being too fast, or having any armor at all. But all that to come in next week's video for the next best of series. Now for now, that is good. So if you guys enjoyed, like, share, subscribe. See you guys next time. Bye bye.